Hello, goddesses and gods, divine beings, seekers and mystics. Welcome to my channel. And if you're just coming here for the first time, welcome. And if you're returning back, thank you. I am a shaman, I am a priestess, and I am a divine being like you. And my visions come through dreams or trance states, and I wouldn't be using tarot today. I would be just using oracle cards, and I will be connecting to visions that come in my mind or dreams that I remember of coming true in form of symbologies. Now, I'm going to open up the space and allow spirit to come true. Okay. I feel like what is coming true for this collective is the message of self-worth. I feel it's about you seeing yourself for what you're able to offer, that you're able to offer far more, far more. Now, when I heard that word for what you're able to offer, one of the things I am picking is that this might mean that some of you, you might be draining your energy, trying to determine your worth based on what you're able to give and give and give. And because I am seeing this image of someone who has been giving and giving and giving, and even though this person has been giving and giving, they are finding themselves in debt. So this may even be manifesting physically, where you may even be experiencing a lot of debts. I think one of the even if the debt isn't really related to that action, I really pick that there's really something about you giving. I think it is related for some of you to it. You may have found that you had to give more than what you were able to really sustain, and you're in this mess right now. And one of the biggest lessons is really about finding value in yourself, because at the end of the day, when you understand your own value, you don't have to go out of your way to be accepted. I think this is one of the lessons that a few of you are coming already to learn. Another thing that I am picking up is you're moving to a new timeline. You're already beginning to move to a future timeline. And you're moving from this, because I am seeing this father and the son that is crossing through a boundary. Uh, Before now, they've tried this attempt over and over. They just used to finding their way out of this limitation, and but they keep getting caught over and over. I really feel that the gate of limitation is beginning to open up, and so you're being allowed in. But I see that it is only the son that is allowed in. For some reason, they drafted this father to war. Okay, so they drafted him to war because there might be this war energy that has actually been limiting you in the past. This is something that you're working on. You're coming to realize that the universe is not against you, but is actually working for you. It's something you are learning, and you have what it takes. There's that message. You have what it takes. You are enough. That's really coming. You are enough. I don't know what this pen signifies. Because I see that they had initially tried to pass this um that initially tried to pass this boundary or this border with a fake pen, but it didn't work out. But then now, for some reason, I am seeing the guard giving them a pen, and they can pass through this border now. So some of you, you may have been manifesting with writing letters, maybe gratitude, maybe writing confessions over and over. This may be how you're able to move yourself to the future timeline. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the pen is really coming. It's all, and there's really something about being very specific about what you want. But I do feel like it's when I say being very specific, I do think that another thing to note is that you're getting much more than you expect. So write it with a little bit of the mindset of abundance, that yes, I can actually get much more than I think. Now I see that they found themselves in a boss. This boy, but he's grieving the father. He's grieving what he's used to, because but they've always been on the run. And so I guess this war energy started from a sense of scarcity, because they've always been in a place where there's been scarcity, that it found you may have found it more difficult for you to be able to adjust to this new life. And then I see beside, the lady asked the boy, "Where's your father?" And he said, "Oh, they've drafted him to war." But and then he said, "Oh, I'm from the future." And he said, "I'm from the past." And the boy says, "I'm also from the past." So yes, this is the wounded child. He's taking, yeah, the orphan wounded child, because of this energy of war, may have lured him to feel alone. Okay, so this might relate with some people, where this is the inner child, but he's in a bus, so he's no longer in a place where he's alone anymore, so he's finding company. So some of you may be working on that inner child. You'll be working on that inner child. And okay, for some reason, I feel like the presence of this inner child, for some reason, wounded child, makes this woman feel, oh, that she also does not have what it takes to survive this new requirement, this new life. So some of you, there might have been big changes in your life. And so it's about adapting to these new big changes. And so, but the bag has money. And then the boy says, "Oh, this is so much money. It's I think in this time, this is much money." I feel like you might be finding resources of the time that you lived in scarcity very useful. It kind of has built in you, or has created in you, your ability to be able to adapt. Now I'm going to pick cards before we call this. Okay. Take a risk. So this is taking a risk. I think this has to do with them crossing the border to move towards their future and processing your feelings. I think this is embracing that wounded child, because that wounded child, oh, and then the past, I'm not even surprised. The past has a message for you. Yeah. So just as we say, you're coming from the past, so there's something about the past that you need to process to take you to the future. Taking a risk, processing your feelings. So this is a call for shadow work. There's something really good coming up for you. This is a sense that you have what it takes. I know that you've experienced brokenness in the past, but yeah, you're being called towards humanitarian service. This is how you get to serve. This is a huge calling that is honorable and satisfying. How are you being called to serve humanity? Serve with grace and humility to assist those who cannot help themselves. I do feel that your past has provided that humility, and your guides are working for you. This is because, yeah, you are rich, you are abundant, you are enough.